right? The game just stopped. It's over. Indiana Fever just embarrassed, humiliated, and completely obliterated the Phoenix Mercury. Phoenix Mercury should be ashamed of themselves. The first quarter ends with Phoenix Mercury having 16 points to the Indiana Fever's 28 points. So right now, Phoenix Mercury, a lot of their players, their top players and top performers, they're actually, the Olympians, right? They're on the Olympic team, so I guess they're taking that break. So Natasha Cloud, she was there, but like just down, in regular apparel. Diana Taurasi, she was there at the game, but she was not actually playing. She was just down in regular apparel. Rebecca Allen, everybody's just gone. They had Brittany Griner. You would think they would be able to rely on her, but she actually ends up injuring her hip during this game, and it takes her completely out the game. But even before that, like, she could not do nothing with Aaliyah Boston. Now, Brittany Griner was she's 6'8". She stands 6'8", but with shoes on, she's 6'9", 205 pounds. Aaliyah Boston was just dropping points on her head, splish splash, waterfalls. She couldn't do nothing with her. Like, Brittany Griner was pretty much a ghost. Again, she was useless in today's game. I understand that this is a team that has a lot of Olympians, but they dead wrong for leaving Clea Copper out there in the paint, trying to defend her name, trying to defend her city, trying to defend the Phoenix Mercury, because then that new girl they had out there, Natasha Max, is Natasha Cloud, right? She's an Olympian. She's out of this game. She was just there watching. But then Natasha Max, she was horrible. She played terrible. Couldn't get no rebounds. Could barely put up no points. She would keep passing the ball, and it's like, you're open to shoot the ball. The second quarter ends with Phoenix Mercury having 35 points. The Fever and Indiana Fever's 55 points. They were up by 20 points. They had a 20-point lead. Thankfully, now Phoenix Mercury, even though they did ultimately lose this game, they kind of got a little bit of their self-respect back, because they kind of, they quickly pushed up them points right towards the end at the final game points. The third quarter, Phoenix Mercury has 58 points to the Indiana Fever's 81 points. The fourth quarter ends, and it was the game. The game ends with Phoenix Mercury having 86 points to the Indiana Fever's 95 points. Now, I gotta give out some shout outs. Now, the ops. I don't really care. I'm kind of neutral between both teams, but I do like the Indiana Fever. They're getting good. They're a really good rookie team. Now, Kalea Copper had 36 points. Kalea Copper of the Phoenix Mercury. Again, that is. Again, she put up 36 points. She had 1 rebound and 1 assist. Again, Brittany Griner left her hanging. Diana Taurasi, Natasha Cloud, and Rebecca Allen. But you know what? She tried to do the best she could do. And also, let me just put this in. So Celeste Taylor, okay, she just got released. She got waived from the freaking Indiana Fever about 2 weeks ago. So now she's on a 7-day hard contract with Indiana. I'm sorry, not Indiana. She left Indiana Fever. Now she's with a 7-day hard contract with the Phoenix Mercury. And they gave her a chance to perform tonight. She was in the game for 13 minutes, ain't put up not 1 point. And Celeste Taylor got to go. And she used to play Indiana. She used to play for Indiana Fever. She just went up against them, couldn't even put up a point on them. She's useless. Aaliyah Boston, she was great. She put up 21 points. She had 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kelsey Mitchell was the star of the show. Now, a lot of people was kind of mad. They said Kelsey Mitchell is a ball hog. She needs to be a team player, pass the ball, feed the ball, get in some assists. But again, if you're working, do y'all want to win the game? But let me tell y'all how Kelsey Mitchell is the star of the Indiana Fever tonight. Kelsey Mitchell put up 28 points. She had 3 rebounds, but 0 assists. That is hilarious. I'm sorry. Kelsey Mitchell was dropping threes. I was really impressed with her performance today. I was okay, Kelsey. And of course, last but not least, we got Caitlin Clark. She put up 20 points. She had 6 rebounds and 13 assists. That is incredible. But I'm sorry. Kelsey Mitchell really showed them up. Not showed them up. Of course, it's a team effort, right? But 28 points, but 0 assists. Kelsey Mitchell said, nah, tonight it's all about me. Also, Nelissa Smith, let's shout out to her again. She was a starter this time. I was so happy to see her back as the starter in this game, in the beginning to end. Nelissa Smith put up 14 pounds. She had 14 pounds, I'm sorry. She had 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 0 assists. But I saw her smacking the ball left and right from the Phoenix Mercury. Nelissa Smith was not here to play. Again, I just made a video about her and her controversial relationship with the Connecticut Sun's Dejanay Carrington, and how Nelissa Smith got sat down. She was not a starter in the Indiana Fever versus DC Mystics game, and how Chrissy Sides pretty much was a DP. She got disciplined by Chrissy Sides, so she got sat out. But today, Nelissa Smith came in strong and finished strong. Again, shout out to Nelissa Smith, shout out Kelsey Mitchell, shout out Caitlin Clark, shout out Aaliyah Boston, and shout out Kalea Copper. They left you all alone growing the paint, but you know what? You held on as hard as you could, and you kept fighting to the very end. When it comes to the statistics, so for the 3-pointers, right? So Phoenix Mercury, they had a 34.5% field goal, and that means that they actually scored 10 out of the 29 attempts at 3-pointers. Not too bad. Now, Indiana, on the other hand, it was much worse. They had 19.4%. They scored 6 out of 31 3-pointers they attempted. For assists, Phoenix Mercury had 18 assists, while Indiana Fever had 23. Rebounds, Phoenix Mercury had 37, while Indiana Fever had 54. Now, field goal percentage, Phoenix Mercury had 41.4%. They scored 29 out of their 70 attempts of shots made, And then Indiana Fever had 48.1%. They made 39 out of the 81 shots they made. So that was a huge issue right there. They just put up more points. They took more risks, and they also overall they scored more in comparison to the Phoenix Mercury. Again, this was a good game, but it was embarrassing. The freaking Phoenix Mercury, that 30-point, it was like at one point it was like a 30-point difference between the scores, and it's just embarrassing. Again, like the Olympians are gone right now; they're taking a break, but that's still no excuse. Kalia Copper was out there all alone. The new girl, Natasha Mack, with the little fro, she got to go. She was not doing nothing. Celeste Taylor got to go. How you win the game for 13 minutes and ain't putting up nothing? Ain't putting up a dang thing. Embarrassing.